Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTube land. It is my pleasure to continue this more than a walkthrough series of videos starring the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, which was published by US Game Systems in April 2020, which proved some good things did happen in 2020. The card we are focusing on is the Knight of Cups. Yes, indeed. And I'm going to have Drake do a close-up of this card. The Knight of Cups was illustrated by Stephen Bright. And if that name sounds familiar, aside from his tarot, I actually forgot the name of the tarot deck, but it's not the Silhouette Tarot, but the card depicts silhouettes. He also illustrated this card, the Five of Cups. And I love the story behind the illustrations in these particular cards. So, and I'm going to put on my special reading glasses that have lights on the end of them. So, of course, I will give all of you an opportunity to briefly close your eyes so that you know, like, oh yeah, this is bright. So, 1, 2, 3, on, now. I was at the right page. Now I'm not at the right page. And now I am at the right page. Knight of Cups by Stephen Bright. Traditionally, the Knight of Cups is a figure of romance and is often seen as the suitor in the tarot deck. With his feet set firmly within the realm of emotions, he is empathic, tender, and passionate. This is a man who wears his heart on his sleeve and makes decisions based on how he feels. The swallow carries a love letter in its beak, which of course reminds me of the Lenormand card, the Letter, symbolizing messages of romance and caring. The Knight of Cups can suggest travel over water, which is why I have chosen to portray him as a sailor in traditional tattoo design. Combining the masculinity associated with the knights and the femininity identified with the element of water, the card suggests someone who is both active and reflective. While driven by his heart, this young man is focused and has an eye on his future, fanciful or otherwise. The subject of my portrait is my friend Jonathan Hamilt. I think I previously said Hamlet. I apologize, Mr. Hamilt. Jonathan Hamilt, the co-founder of Drag Queen Story Hour. And I'm going to happily read Stephen Bright's bio, which of course is here, which is a huge relief for me. I think there are 3 artists whose bios are absent. Anyway, in Stephen Bright's own words, the subject of my portraits is my friend Jonathan Hamilt, the co-founder of Drag Queen Story Hour. The project, which started out with drag queens reading stories to children in libraries in the United States, has developed to include literacy teaching and creative programming and is now globally recognized and praised. Based in the UK, Stephen Bright is the creator of Spirit Within Tarot and the author of Tarot, Your Personal Guide. He is a full-time tarot reader and co-founder and editor of The Esoterical, a magazine dedicated to all things divination. You know, I think I'm going to give myself a subscription to The Esoterical for my birthday. That is a great idea, and I am going to do that. There is a website and there is an Instagram, and I will link both in the description box for this video, and I will, of course, also include the link to the video about the Five of Cups. Boy, those are powerful reading glasses, let me tell you. In the description box for this video as well, I want to thank, as always, US Game Systems for publishing a tarot deck that honors and celebrates the contributions and the legacy of the LGBTQIA+ community, a community of which I form part, as well as to Stephen Bright for illustrating not one, but 2 cards in this beautiful tarot deck. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you in YouTube land for honoring who I am and what I do, for honoring me with likes, with comments, with shares, whether it's to a social media platform that I no longer use, such as Facebook, or a social media platform that I have only recently begun using, or relatively recently, such as Reddit. And of course, for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And as always, an extra big and extra beautiful and extra bountiful and extra beauteous thank you to all of you who have already scheduled your sessions. I wish all of you a beautiful night and a wonderful week, and as always, stay tuned in to your intuition, stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for the next video.